The Legacy Mic, where faith is fearless, truth is timeless, and legacy is intentional.
The Legacy Mic is a bold, culture-shaping Christian podcast for those who refuse to sit quietly while truth fades.
In a world confused about identity, freedom, faith, and purpose, this show confronts cultural drift with biblical clarity and courageous conviction. Each episode challenges listeners to build a legacy rooted in truth, raise the next generation with intentional faith, and stand firm in a shifting world.
This isn't commentary, it's a call.
Because culture doesn't drift towards righteousness, it must be led there.
If you care about faith, family, freedom, and the future, you're in the right place.
Episode 1. If we don't tell them, who will? This is your host, Jathan McCoy.
This is your co-host, Preston Horner.
And last but not least, your co-host, William McCoy.
Welcome to the Legacy Mic, where faith is fearless, truth is timeless, and legacy is intentional. This is not background noise. This is not safe conversation. This is where conviction finds a microphone. And today, we begin with a question that should unsettle us a little. If we don't tell them, who will? Segment 1, The Drift. We are living in a generation that knows TikTok trends, celebrity drama, sports stats, and memes, but doesn't know scripture. A generation that can quote social media, but not the Sermon on the Mount. A generation fluent in opinion, but starving for truth. And here's the uncomfortable reality. Culture is discipling our children faster than the church is. Silence has a cost. Neutrality has a cost. Assuming they'll just figure it out has a cost. Scripture says in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 6 through 7, "These words shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children." Not casually, not occasionally, diligently. Truth must be told intentionally.
Segment 2. Legacy is not accidental. Legacy is not what we leave. Legacy is what we build while we are still here. We cannot outsource discipleship. We cannot subcontract conviction. We cannot assume that culture will carry biblical values forward. Psalm 78 says, "We will not hide them from their children. We will not tell the next generation." That verse doesn't say if it's convenient, if it's culturally acceptable, if it's comfortable. It says we will tell them. Why? Because what is not clearly taught will be quietly lost. Segment 3. The courage to speak. There is a boldness required in this hour. Not anger, not arrogance, but clarity. Clarity in our homes, clarity in our churches, in our schools, and even in our conversations. Faith was never meant to be in a whisper. Jesus said in Matthew 5, "You are the light of the world." Light does not apologize for shining. We cannot expect the next generation to stand firm if we are kneeling to cultural pressure.
Segment 4. So something you might ask is, what does this look like? Well, it means having conversations about scripture at the dinner table, talking about what we believe and why we believe it, teaching others about the history of our biblical beliefs, praying with and for each other, and living with higher standards than the standards of this world. It's also being an example to your sons and daughters so that they will be confident in what they believe and have a relationship with God. They need to know the truth is going to cost. If we don't teach them, the world will. The world will tell them lies and teach them the ways of the world, and that's the last thing we want to happen. Closing. The legacy of our faith is a necessary part of our beliefs. We must take what our elders have taught us about fighting the good fight and teach the younger generation that will rise up after us. In closing, is there someone you can witness to today? Pray about it. Ask God to open doors so you can witness to someone. This is Legacy Mike, and we will not hide the truth from the next generation. Until next time, help build something that will outlive you.